Once you start racing, you're going to be racing at your local club circuit. Now, in order to find your local club circuit, we did show you this graphic earlier on, but we'll put it up there again, abkc.org.uk. That's the website for the Association of British Kart Clubs. Every single circuit and kart club throughout the United Kingdom is listed on that website, so make sure you go on there and find your local club. We're here at Hooton Park this weekend to talk to some of the dads, lads and girls racing at this club meeting. How did you start karting in the first place? What got you interested?
My dad took me to an indoor track, and then he bought me a kart off Dave, who's Bob's son here, and just got me going from there, really. I went on holiday and my dad brought me to a track, and then I started from there.
So you're in Honda Cadet now. Where are you racing?
Here, PF and Manchester and Buxton, Three Sisters. I started karting when I was 8. My first ever going to kart was here. I wasn't actually that good, but it went from there, and my dad got me a kart, and now I was coming second today in the Heat 2 and got knocked off, but I got the fastest lap, so yeah.
So you say you weren't very good when you first started, but looks like you're doing pretty well now though.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
I started karting when I was 7 and my dad got me into it because my older brother didn't want to do it, so he asked me to do it.
I used to do indoor karting. I started off there, then I got just a small go-kart, and then I got into Kumas, and then I got good and I got an Miami, and then I'm doing good.
Okay, so you're in the Army Cadet class now, and you're racing here at Hooton Park this weekend. Anywhere else you're racing?
Oh, I'm doing NKF.
Okay, so that's the sort of Northern Karting Federation, Malcolm Phelps Championship up there, based at Rowra. So you're doing a few of the circuits, and how are you finding travelling round and fitting that all in with your school work?
Good, yeah. Schoolwork's good. Yeah, I can fit it all in.
Alex, you're here representing the MSA Academy this weekend at Hooton Park. Just tell us a little bit about your history, how you got involved with the MSA and your role.
Well, I started karting around 3 years ago. This is my 3rd year now. I'm currently racing at Wigan and at Paul Fletcher International. I'm here this weekend with the Griffin Racing team, kind of doing a bit of driver psychology and helping as part of my work with the MSA Academy. The MSA Academy is kind of an academy for, well, it's kind of helping elite drivers kind of progress and become better in themselves as well as on the track. And as part of that, we have a psychologist and a driver coach and also a nutritionist to help us get the maximum out of every race weekend. But at the moment, I'm just helping out other teams, helping drivers out achieve the best they can, and also, you know, improve myself at the same time. But I got involved with the MSA Academy when they sent out a newsletter in the MSA monthly newsletter. Saying you could apply. I applied thinking, why not, see how it goes, probably not going to get it, and whilst we're on holiday on my birthday I got the email back saying that I'd been accepted, so really privileged to be on the programme, and just hoping it can make me a better driver.
And this isn't only about making people better drivers, it's about making people better people, effectively, as well, not only on the track but off the track as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't only improve an actual race weekend, it improves how you prepare for it and also how you kind of socialise with everyone else. Like, can you get the best out of your team? Can you get the best out of the people around you, so you can become not only the best driver out there, but also the best person out there?
Luke, you've been working with Alex this weekend at Hooton Park. You're doing the NKF series this year, but Alex is involved with the MSA Academy. Just talk to me a little bit about how he's been helping you.
He's been helping me with psychology and how to approach race weekends, and also how to look ahead and make sure, you know, you're doing the correct things at the right time.
One of the more interesting families here at Hooton Park racing this weekend in the club event is the Morris family. We'll start off with Dad first. Just introduce yourself.
Hello, yeah, I'm Nigel.
So Nigel.
Eleanor. Richard. Anna.
So Nigel, Eleanor, Richard, Anna. Just tell us, Nigel, how you got started in karting in the first place.
Well, originally we started off as a bit of a hobby, really, and then we got convinced to start racing in the Indy Kart series that they run here at Houghton Park. So we did that for a little while. Anna and Richard raced in cadets, and Eleanor started off in juniors. And then we've progressed from there. We wanted to get a bit more competitive, so we've decided to race in the MSA Championship. And we've spent the last few years racing at Houghton Park in the local MSA Championship. And last year we raced in the NKF series as well, which was like a Northern England championship for juniors as well.
So you started in non-MSA racing, you're at the MSA event this weekend. What do you find that is perhaps the difference between the two types of racing?
We just find it's more competitive and the racing's a lot closer. There's nothing to take away from the IndyCar, because that's a fantastic way of starting racing. And you can do that on a real budget, you know, and you don't have to have fully approved safety equipment and stuff like that. So it's a lot cheaper. The MSA is a bit more stricter on the rules, so you have to have proper equipment to race that, and there's a little bit more cost involved in that side of it. But the main reason was just to be competitive and race against known competitive people. You know.
Okay, so that's quite interesting. So for people looking to come into karting, then there's two routes effectively, particularly here at Houghton Park, because they have a really good Indy Kart series, non-MSA, but the MSA series is good as well.
I think MSA racers tend to race for a championship, whereas if you're doing Indy Kart, that's more sort of hobby racing. So you can race for the championship if you want to, or you can just turn up and do 3 or 4 races. It's not quite the same. It's a bit more relaxed, the racing, so it's a good way to start, certainly.
Okay, let's talk to your kids then. Eleanor first then. So Eleanor, how long have you been racing for?
About 3 years, seriously, but we've been doing it for 4 years.
And you got your brother and sister alongside as well. You all started at the same time. You started as a junior, I think, and they started in cadets. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. They started as cadets for about 2 years, and then they moved into juniors.
Now, the interesting thing is, though, if I come to you, you're all racing now in the same class. You're all in Junior Blue, I think it is, isn't it? Lots of family rivalry obviously going on. Now, the interesting thing is you're the sort of the boy in the middle of the girl sandwich here. How do you find racing against the girls?
I find it quite annoying sometimes. Just get in the way sometimes.
Particularly because your younger sister, I know, won the first race earlier today, didn't you? So that's got to be good for you.
Yeah, it's quite enjoyable because it's like my first win of a heat. So yeah.
And this weekend, we've still got. Where are we in terms of what have you done so far? Just the one heat?
Yeah, we've still got 2 more heats and a final to go.
Okay, so all right, Anna's won earlier on, but who's going to win out of the 3 of you today then?
Me. Yeah, it'll be me.
Me, probably.
No, it's me.
I used to mechanic for my son, and I know it's difficult enough to mechanic him for 1 kid, never mind 3. You've got the extra cost, but just talk a little bit about the cost of tyres, for example, in the class you're in at the moment. You were talking about something earlier on which was quite interesting in terms of who gets what tyres between your kids.
Yeah. Well, ideally, we would like to have new tyres every race meeting, but for the 3 karts, that puts quite a strain on the budget. So we tend to aim at 1 set of new tyres per meeting, and then 2 of the other drivers get last weekend's race tyres. So we try and sort of manage the tyres like that and use older tyres for testing and just shuffle the tyres around so we have the best we can for the race day.
Okay, and I know from what you were saying earlier, you're talking about moving to the dark side with Eleanor and going and racing cars. I don't know why you would want to do that, to be honest, with the budgets that was involved in that, but what's your thinking there?
Well, it seems like a natural progression, really. She seems interested to do it. I used to race Formula Fords myself many years ago, so I've got some experience of running single-seaters. And we've recently been talking to some teams in terms of a Formula 4 drive, trying to get a budget together for that and trying to hatch a plan to get into a national single-seater championship.
Okay, well, good luck with that, but I think your budget's going to have to be a little bit bigger than it is in karting.
Yeah, it's quite a substantial budget. We would have to have some sort of backing and sponsorship to be able to move into that sort of championship. We could probably race 1 car in a local championship like the Champion of Alton series, but to go national, you're talking, a minimum £50,000 really, if not and more than that, to be the top team. So.
Now, you're at your first meeting. You might be wondering what happens if I have a crash. Well, at every club meeting, there is always a trader who can supply parts for your kart. And at Hooton Park here, it's Dave Wilson from Modus Motorsport. Now, Dave, people new to karting might be worried, well, I'm going to go to a meeting. If I crash, where do I get the parts? I don't want to have to buy every single part for my kart and take it along with me. But a lot of the parts are generic, aren't they, in karting?
Yeah, they are. They are. You can come along to a kart trade at the circuit and ask for an axle or a steering component, something like that, and they'll have them there for you, which means that obviously you don't have to stock up on a lot of spares, costly spares maybe that you would never use. So when you need something, you can go across to them, and generally speaking, they'll have them. Keep you going, finish the race meeting off for you.
And I know you particularly, I was around here yesterday and I was quite amused at the amount of people that not only bought the parts for you, that got you to fit them as well.
The tyres, yeah, well, we sell a lot of tyres. Of course, you've got the slicks and the wet weather tyres as well. And a part of the service that we do is that if you buy a set of tyres off us, we fit them free of charge.
Okay, so you've done your ARCS test, you've got your licence, you've started racing at your local club meetings, probably as a dad and lad team, but you want to move it on a stage. How to do that? Well, one way is to get involved with a team. And this weekend at Hooton Park, we've got Sam Pollitt racing. Sam, for people new to the sport of karting, maybe just got the licence, just started racing, but looking to move things on a little, what can you offer as a team at a local club circuit?
Basically, we just offer anything from morning space up to arrive and drive. So basically your dads and your lads who sort of feel like they've hit sort of the peak that they can get to. We bring them in, obviously they pay a fee to come in the awning, we'll go through data with them, sort of a bit of driver coaching one-to-one with the kids, and obviously mechanical help such as set up with the karts. Obviously the more advanced packages are your drivers need then a mechanic, because obviously some dads aren't up to it, not mechanically minded. And then the drive and drive packages completely sort of, they turn up, the cart's already here, the engines, they jump in, at the end of the day they go home. Obviously we try and offer the best package we can really to suit the drivers, so it changes from person to person. Obviously some people just want a nice warm roof over their head when it's raining, some people want obviously the most advanced package they can have. Obviously we've just become an energy dealer, so we're importing the karts into the country now, so that offers a more of an advanced package again, so we can offer more information with the karts, better karts, such things like that. There is other teams out there in the paddock which can sort of do the same packages. It just completely depends on where you want to be really and what you want from it, what you want from the sport. But we take them from the ARCS test now, we're ARCS exam and approved. So we do the ARCS test at Three Sisters, we take them all the way up through karting, and we've recently just had a few drivers go up into cars, so we're trying to make it sort of a complete stepping stone all the way through the motorsport sort of ladder really.
Well, that's all we've got time for in this programme, but look out for future kart shows where we will bring you more information on the sport and also the Super 1 British Karting Championships. We'll see you again.